In fact, they had enough rounds to definitely win this map if they could get more than one. That's right, one singular, measly round on a CT side of Nuke. It felt so odd. Time to step it up.
I agree. I think some good conversations came from that CT side, and it's great that they start out on it. I think that T side will be looming over Grayhound because that was pretty fearsome out of Imperial, and Imperial can kind of see what they're made of right now on the CT. So we'll see if they've made improvements, or if Grayhound are just a whole new level of challenge.
Ooh. Clean one from Joda, make it a clean double. Then Henny's over in the corner. He's got...
Oh my god.
It's 4 headshots. Pistols best 2 out of 3, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's all Imperial.
That's like the most fun part about scrims. But 2 out of 3 pistols on each side.
Honestly, I would still play Counter-Strike if the entire game was just Kevlar and pistols.
That's how good this game is. Me too.
Pistol rounds are actually like a mini game.
They are a mini game in the way that they are random.
Ooh. Damn. Alistair.
Wow. That was very clean.
Ooh.
Sorry, was it 1 round or no rounds last time when they played Monty?
They got 1 CT round.
Okay, they got a conversion and we're in brand new territory.
Okay. But it was also down the road in the middle of the half. It wasn't the pistol. Imperial will come through. Vinny's got the XM1014. He's a funny guy, that Vinny.
He is yeah. He's going to be smiling less as the IGL, right?
Oh, yes.
There's no shot that he's just going to be just as happy. I mean,
oh, no. I hope
that changes now.
Yeah, I hope he's got a good support network back home, if you know what I mean. In-game leadership will change a man.
It will.
That's why you need a guy like...
Oh, my God. Wait, what?
Vexite just flies through. He must have hit the roller serve. My God, that scared me. It just jumped out of my skin, man.
It is the transmission into the mini.
I mean, you didn't even see that coming. I feel bad for Chev. I feel like Chev's at home and just got scared.
I had no idea
That's crazy.
That's awesome. That's the 1 kill.
Oh, my God.
Phelps like, what the hell, man? Well, there are still gaps on their CT side, it looks like.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hit the roller.
Oh, my goodness.
Perfect. I mean, Vexite couldn't have done that any smoother.
130, 140, basically. He had a Zeus killing mini.
Oh, my heart's still beating.
That's good.
All right. I feel alive. That's the fun part about horror games and movies. The come down. The thrill of the fight. All the smoke is going to keep Phelps a little preoccupied. He's going to be scared for days now, dude.
There's no outside lurker on this place, so there will be a commitment in the next 10 seconds to something. Trying to fake a fake presence inside of secret. Oh, maybe they just re-exec to upper.
Straight in to the shotgun. Vinny slides off. Won't be able to pick up a second. It's okay. He's got the M4 here to help. Phelps has come out through main. Him and Henny swarming, and Joda's not going to let Alistair hide in the corner of Hut, so this one falls flat.
Little stringy on the exec. They wanted to, just fake outside, but I mean, right now, Imperial, they didn't have anyone secret. They didn't watch anything on the cross, so they were maybe susceptible to making a bad rotation on this play, but 2 guys upper were comfortable. Good angles to work with. So, actually with 3 upper.
Massacre, though, just right outside of the Hut.
Yeah.
That one fell flat really quick. And I like that everybody swarmed it. You know, Phelps did come in, just threw himself in, didn't just sit back in main and, you know, trickle in some damage. Nah, threw himself into the gunfight, ready to mix and match with Grayhound. And they come out better for it. Bolts gets a little lucky.
In sort of, you know, said shoot here.
But sometimes luck is skill.
Yes.
If you can wield it. Weave it.
Yeah.
Like a spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Luck is kind of the closest thing to magic, if you think about it. Joda.
Wow.
Scrumptious. Couple headshots downstairs. These lesser weapons getting nothing done. 3 alive for Imperial, 4-0 CT start. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Monty, you know, raised hell to bring out maybe some good conversations. Again, I always bring that up. Like, a team gets stomped. That's just when you have the best talks. Like, you're like, okay, we need to go from the ground up. You don't really go, we need to go from the ground up until you get slapped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that can be trouble for the next team to face you because it could be radical changes that came of that game. But
Fast one.
Plenty of rounds here.
Oh, no, maybe not. Excuse me.
Just some squeaky pressure.
Bolts got away with it last round. Won't quite find the lineup yet. Although Liaz does take a ton of damage, so Bolts' pressure worth it. Feels like Outer's a bit understaffed again, but they're not getting punished for it because Grayhound aren't throwing up that wall of smokes or...
Yeah, that and Imperial weren't afraid even when they did. They seemed to be quite comfortable giving it to them. So maybe they don't feel as though Grayhound are prepared to use it. And in calling their bluff can overstack upstairs like they are right now again.
Ooh, almost.
Oh, so much damage, but...
Yeah, that's 2 of them now on Grayhound's side. Pieced up. Gap in the smoke, but there's also a gap outside of main, so Phelps, I mean, they don't know about this gap yet. He's sitting inside of it, hanging around. Because of this smoke, the uncertainty, he's still nervous, and he's got a good reason to be, so him and VINI set up a crossfire on main. Secret could get problematic,
if you
but
go
for now it's good.
Yeah, if you go slow enough, you can clear out the position that Phelps is sitting in. But they aren't 20 seconds. So it's time to hit Squeaky.
And Phelps finishes off Ince.
Oh, another one.
Alistair's op finds its mark. VINI peeks out. He's got a teammate still to tether with. Alistair getting pummeled. In fact, Grayhound getting pummeled in the first 5 of this half.
Yeah, so I think they feel like they're doing a lot more with the outside presence in the way of utility, but in terms of the way Imperial are moving, I mean, they're just so cool with it. Not even, again, starting secret, not dropping vent on the outside plays, not overreacting at ramp. The idea is to weaken upstairs, but Imperial, I think they're feeling more confident when they see this outside pressure.
One of the main pop-offs in Grayhound's second map was, of course, the op presence from Alistair. Liaz with a notable improvement as well between the maps in this series. Right now, all 5 of them, 1 and 5. Honestly, they've allowed for the money to Imperial's side to grow. 8K on Joda, 6 on Henny. Perfect little storm here for a solid CT half. Cross to secret, goes unchecked. Bomb sitting back on the base of Silo. So even if it looks like they're about to pop something, no overcommit. Ince looking for main control. Because of Phelps' position on secret, yeah, the player was about to wrap it. Oh, Bolts gets killed out by Sicko. VINI's just sitting up in the rafters. He's got Henny here, making sure nobody can get down vent unchecked. Hut could become problematic. Smoke for Squeaky Door. Sicko is stuck in front of that for now, waiting for the main peak that's not ever going to come.
Yeah, because I guess, you know, Phelps doesn't want to make any hasty rotations. He's just such low HP, and there's VINI mowing him down as it comes out of hot. Everything
Easy
for VINI.
You know, Phelps pulling back from outside just created this weird timing where Henny had to take his eyes off the vent drop, had to start looking outer instead. Phelps didn't want to be the liability, 15 health outdoors. And I think that opened up the possibility of somebody getting close onto heaven. That could have overwhelmed Henny. But at the end of the day, VINI just gets the mow down on Hut Door. There was no next step, and obviously Grayhound don't know.
Yeah.
Not their fault. They just played into the hand of Imperial's strengths.
Yeah, they just hope for a next reaction that never came. Imperial have just been vacuuming up these kills, no problem. So Vi will come in with Alistar on the op this time around. It's another 4 alive round, however.
Oh, he looked away!
As soon as he looked for his friend.
Oh, Sicko, come on. Get it going. Grayhound needs you. The boys back home. They need you. They need you. A crawl away from outer. Liaz just behind the vent. It's like you're just conceding it. You know, it's such a risky business to be playing outside. Liaz just waiting for someone to peek into this. And he's got it. Great chance at a second, but Bolt survives on 5.
Yeah, they didn't clear that vent properly, but they have so many players to work with. It might not have an impact. Vexite, well, this is actually a good chance for him. I mean, he can get... Oh, wow, Bolt's so sharp, man. Was that a double headshot before he even took damage?
Yeah.
And he was alone upstairs for that moment. Vexite maybe could have made something interesting happen, but no.
Man, look at Ince here. Poor guy. The moment he turns because of the red room op shot, Phelps gets... Because it looks like Phelps is just, you know, pressured off blue box. He's not going to take another duel, but then he just confidently slid into the credit card slot. Guns him down.
Charged him.
Overcharged him, even worse. Charged him twice.
Overdraft.
Mm-hmm. Now Grayhound. Few sets of armored pistols with utility. Bolts is feeling a little frisky, a little fresh. VINI's here with him. Money's still growing on the side of Imperial. Grayhound will have their hands full for now the majority of this half, regardless of how the next 8 unfold.
7 rounds, 6 kills.
Yikes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't count Sicko's kills, excuse me.
Why not? Why didn't you include
I thought
it?
they were all on 1, except for Liaz. Really screwed that up.
When's the last time we had 3 7-1 situations? Within, you know, there's 3 players who are 1 and 7 on the scoreboard, and the score itself could become 7-1.
And there's a Brazilian team in the server.
Yep. It could happen.
It could. Right now.
All Grayhound have to do is win a round without Vexite, Alistar, Ince getting a kill. Not much to ask for, really. Missed shots out of Henny. This is definitely opening the floodgates. Look how close they're getting. And he's still alive, because unfortunately for Grayhound, they just have pistols, but he offers them something more. VINI catches the Heaven player. He's thinking, how the hell is he up in Heaven, and where's the rest of this pack?
I mean, they took an op here, so, you know, Phelps might actually put himself in jeopardy if he tries to fight. They should know that.
He's got a good corner, though.
He does, he does.
He'll hold this. He's also got a teammate, so should be real comfy. Loses the teammate, comes up big on his own, and then VINI closes it upstairs. So 8-0 Imperial.
Yeah, no 7-1 situation taking place now.
Yeah, the
last map though was a journey. Last map was a journey.
That was fun.
And Alistar in the end clutched it for the boys,
yeah.
And they closed out 16-14. Definitely could have gone OT very easily based on the bye on that round 30 and that round 30 situation, but they made it happen. But now, I mean, just for this to take place. That's got to feel rough.
I bet it does. I bet it does. I feel, you know, it's rough for the guys back home watching too, you know? For MacMate, Elfish, Pilski.
True.
Conky.
Excellent talent team out there, man.
The other Aussies that I'm not too familiar with yet, but I know that it's a deep pool. And they go hard. Bet you they're all stayed up late right now, sitting in their PJs. They had hope.
That's the other thing. Oh, the time zones they have to deal with.
They woke up
man.
for this.
Yeah.
They stayed awake. I bet you they're all on Discord having a call right now, cheering or whimpering.
Probably creeping them out, you know, reading their exact movements.
I know they're out there.
Yeah.
And they won't stop believing. Phelps, perfect timing. The first time he gets aggressive outside and he just catches Ints up on top of the roof.
Oh my goodness.
Joda gets the headshot on Vexite. I mean, can it go any better for Imperial? Literally, could this have been any better for Imperial?
They're starting to get more comfortable.
What is happening? How is it so good?
More frisky.
And yet so unfortunate for
Yeah.
Grayhound.
Got to turn away from this one.
I mean, they didn't take a single point of damage
No damage.
in a gun round. Yesterday, Imperial could not buy a CT round win versus Monty.
Maybe they love Brazil. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do that to you.
9-0. Luckily, it's Nuke and it's T-side, and I'm an optimistic man. You get a few here, Grayhound. We can have a conversation in the second half, but considering there was already a 16-5 in this series, the red flags, sirens, and alarm bells are ringing.
We have 4 players on Grayhound with less than 40 ADR. Sorry?
Doesn't feel good to hear that.
Less than 30. Less than 30.
Oh, that's even worse. That is objectively worse.
Listen, hard map, for sure. T-side, the harder of the two sides. Let's get a few on the board.
You only truly lose when you stop believing. I hope that's the Grayhound mantra. Util presence coming out of the ramp room. The unobtainable ramp room as far as Grayhound are concerned. Rock solid defense there last round. Joda falls off. The op peaks. Ooh, yeah.
There we go.
They call him Sicko.
Finally punching Phelps here.
But what about this collateral?
Oh, what the hell? Oh, my God.
It's a sick shot.
Jesus
But it also
Christ.
does open the door. At least Alistair's op takes one down.
Here it is.
Man
Now,
advantage.
they have
Vinny
one-
down to B.
Oh,
Sicko
with
gets another. Here we go. It's the first.
But are they going to commit downstairs? Vinny waiting, maybe to draw them in if possible. Flat angle here. Beautiful stuff, but he's thinking for sure they go up, right? Bomb's getting planted.
Only flash day.
1v2.
Maybe he just plays with the timing. They know he's coming at him. Now they know exactly where he's at. It's so tough to get out of the spot with Liaz posted on top of the silo. It's nigh impossible,
Here
in
we
fact.
go.
His feet are spotted, and Grayhound, welcome to map 3.
Yes, welcome to the scoreboard. Great Deagle shot to kick things off.
This is the
We could try to make it more convincing with the 2 straight.
Yep.
Let's do it with some real guns here.
Yep. But I mean, Imperial put themselves in a place to fail with Joda sliding out. Sure, he gets one, but nowhere to run there, nowhere to hide. You know, if they'd face just 1 or 2, it's something. But 4 players ready to go, and Grayhound roll that momentum into the site. Looking like they could play this one faster. It is Henny now outside. His counterpart of Alistair sitting top silo. Lobby damage not boding well for Liaz. Comes out on the bottom end of that blind duel.
Nothing feels better than getting that free squeaky kill through the smoke. Sort of a once or twice a half thing that you can do on the rifle rounds. Oh, he's got a rifle
teammate.
support. Yeah, and actually he's still there.
Vinny,
Vinny's still banging.
great support. That's the kind of support you want from your in-game leader. That's stepdad energy.
Man, Phelps has really been finding himself here on this map as well.
Alistair, no response back yet out of the op from Grayhound. Phelps will stick inside of the secret stairs. Garage is a possibility here for Grayhound, but there's also bolts floating around, and Sicko's looking the wrong direction at the moment. So unfortunately for him, he'll contribute nothing to this round. It is Grayhound yet again stomped out by Imperial. They had an Ember in the barren wastelands of this T-side. They had a droplet of water, and it's evaporated now. A 10th one added to the tally for Imperial. Economy near bottomed out, but it will still be a buy from Grayhound. So they can get a second.
Man, yeah, for Imperial, keep doing what you're doing. Like, Phelps has been a king outside. Vinny's been great upstairs. Overall rotations are solid, and their pushes have always been supported. The op and rifle. Hard to beat this activity right now, this confidence, and even when it's been a full-on A rush, Imperial haven't really budged.
Damn.
Okay, this is more classical. We've got Ins taking to Secret fast off the outside smokes. They didn't early on use this too often. Now we do have an aggressive push out of Jota. Let's see, they're coming to watch it, and they deny the 2K. So
good.
Bomb spotted, but it's only a minute 25. Rotation comes in, and there might be a bit of a reset. Not the worst situation here for Grayhound. They've got Secret and a 4v4. Now, I think they pull this back and try to work on squeaky pressure and threaten the potential for a mini wrap. And oh, well, phase of the smoke works out. Oh, works out for Bolt somehow.
Ooh, he's got to help though. Ooh, VINI actually gets shredded. His head popped, and Vexite doubles down on this. A-site compromised. You've got Ins, who's been sat in Secret waiting, and Henny concerned about the ramp push. That's why he's patient here, and that patience pays off. Equals the kill count. Vexite gets bombed down. It's him and Sicko versus Phelps and Henny. Into heaven. One shall go.
Looks like they're going to set up a flash maybe for Phelps here, so.
See what he can do. Sicko's looking up too. Mala down beneath him, falls into it, finds the kill, bombs planted front sight. Vexate's got the cover. Henny's got him pinned though, and he's going to try to get him off it with the flashbang. It's a tap, it's a fake, it's a swing. It's no kill yet. Time is of the essence. Henny has to hit this. It's pistol out. Diffuse comes through, and they make that happen.
Oh,
Flash out from heaven.
Wow.
No second round yet.
Man, just beautiful confidence in the 2v2. Just set up patiently for that flash. Hit the retake, get Phelps into the site, and Henny at the perfect support. Staying in the rafters, I think, was a big play right there. When it's in Squeaky, if Henny dropped onto the site to try to scale on him, I think that was a much better fight for Vexite, but instead,
oh, the second flash too.
Keeping the high ground. Yeah, he layered it. So
I thought he dropped a Molotov backside, but he
did
that
too,
on
I think.
No, he threw it on Hut and then underhanded a flash conjoined with the pop out from Henny. Oh, it was nice. It was nice. They made the most of it.
Hey, this is a successful drop. Jota starts lower though.
Let's go. Different look. Jota. Oh man, they line up. It's a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Alistair sitting on 3 HP. At least able to cross over to the double doors.
Yeah.
And Vexite's chilling outside. You know, we're got to the half where Grayhound are now just getting crazy.
Oh, it's a solid play. They haven't tried anything towards Squeaky early in the round, so they put pressure on it constantly, but never actually dropped a player.
And Liaz looking to close this one with ease. Henny will no-scope him, swap out to the M4. Gets another fight in the site. It's 2 players tagged, but it's 2 rounds on the board. And at the end of the half, that's all that matters, the number at the top.
They're finally starting to activate some of the conditioning they've done with at least the outside pressure and the squeaky pressure. It's like the nades in the first 10 seconds have all been, could have good ideas behind them, but earlier on in the half, they never crossed Secret. They never lurked through mini through their smoke. They didn't try anything except on their ecos. And had the same thing with Squeaky. They haven't lurked out too often. They didn't try a fast vent drop, so not surprised Imperial let one go. They can't counter pressure every single round. Okay.
Weird angle for Henny, but he misses his shot. Draws them in. Jota's up top. 2 kills.
Oh my God.
The last bullet
Henny's
comes
still
out
alive.
on 1 single point of health. Now they're going to get cleared. Jota leaning down, trying to keep the head down. Can't happen. It's a 2 versus 5 recovery attempt in round 14. Bolts already has that lobby control, and so Grayhound stranded out ramp.
Wow. What a spray out of Jota, man. But you know what? There's still an opportunity here for Grayhound. It is still the numbers.
I mean,
it's a disfavorable mid-round, but at least, you know, it's not 5v5 where it's looked a little bit more desperate there. They're here, they can let their creativity show a little bit. Of course, they've got low health, and Bolts is in this incredible position, but with enough time and awareness, they could find it. There's VINI, who's totally safe with Bolts in this spot. Honestly, you couldn't pick 3 better spots for Imperial to be in, so this will be tough. It starts right here with Bolts.
Bringing it back, but Bolts, chill. cool as a cucumber. Gets popped back by Ince, who's trying to do it all on his own. He's got a player down in vents, also up in rafters. VINI chilling just like Bolts was, and VINI's got an impact from that position throughout this half.
Yeah.
Joda, I mean, 2 kills from that spot is one thing. That third is just insult to injury.
That was disgusting. And honestly, shout out to him for not being greedy at all. You know, sometimes you like to let players get out and then start taking the fights. He just comes forward, hits an incredible spray, does everything it takes to defend Henny for long enough. Now, it still ends up being him and Henny to die by one player, but by that point as well.
Yeah, they've done their job.
It took so much space after, and it was just rock solid.
Bolts flashed. It's pressure yet again from Grayhound, but another triple. Or excuse me, VINI bringing one to the grave alongside him. Henny's up in heaven, misses a chance to keep this one as clean as possible. But they've lost their bomb. And if Grayhound are truly going to fight for this third on the T side, bomb will be critical. Alistair, hate to put him under a microscope, but a total drop-off from map 2 to map 3. Brings it back with that headshot. This is a winnable round, and one round can make a world of difference with that CT side up next.
Yeah, that's
Phelps.
a perfect position here for Phelps.
Great angle. Alistair thinking he's got more respect outside. Good chance for Ince to trade this, though. Phelps gets the gun back out. Joda's got a slight health advantage. Equalizes things between the AK and the M4. And there's time to be played in this 1v1. But with the bomb that close, he doesn't go too far. Joda sliding out and sliding forward with Imperial. 13 rounds, that's right, 13. On the same side where they only got 1 versus Monty, they put forth a masterclass against the Aussies.
Ideas, some of the grandiose plays, they can try beat them in the mind games. Crimbo boosted up in mid, Patsy fed to the Wolves, a man advantage for Big. And now they slow it down. They're going to give Crimbo a little bit of room here. See what he can see from this forward position in the window. And look at Liquid, look at the gamble they're taking right now. Everyone moving around towards this A site. They've got all the pieces in the right place, and Naf has not been cleared at the back of the site, but Process deals with him. Yakindar now dead as well, and it's just OC left. Not long for this world, not meant to win this round, and he knows it. Big have done enough to keep this one more than competitive. They're now in the driver's seat, and they're looking to take this one the distance.
No saves today. That is 15 for Big on the on just the edge of defeat, on the edge of elimination, and on their opponent's map pick as well. They have now made this theirs. They are, without a doubt, favorites. For this map, Liquid have almost no money and certainly no momentum. Big have broken their backs. And this was supposed to be a superstar European team coming off fresh, off of wins over the likes of FaZe and G2. But it's the unlimited man roster of Big right now that are putting Liquid on the chopping block. No one would have expected this, not with how this series looked just a few rounds ago. And now Liquid are fighting for overtime.
I mean, in the same way that this is a really triumphant turnaround for Big, this is shaking you to your core if you're Team Liquid. They've been mobile, they've been active, they've been trying the usual things. They've had good responses in the last couple of rounds to this tendency to play into A. None of that has mattered. The brute force of Big is enough. The brawn is enough.
Oh dear.
And even running down Rainwaker, the confidence is just flowing. tabseN first out with the bomb, leads the charge in, but his teammates fall around him, and now that might prove to be a problem. tabseN is on an island, and with the bomb on his back, he's the big ticket player. Liquid are doing all they can to bring this back into OT.
What is your calling?
So while Grayhound fight tooth and nail to take this series to a third, little did they realize that it would be an all too familiar feeling. An ass whooping. Imperial 13-2 after the first half. It is a rock-solid defense with multi-kills across the map, and it is one that has put the Aussies in a very desperate position, but one that they will have to bank on a pistol, or else it is forced by time all the way to what could be a very quick loss on map 3. Hold your breath, Australia. Your boys are still... Oh, there we go. Imperial help him out.
Let's go.
Bad nade.
Oh, the backwards jump out. It's hard to deal with, man.
They take over the ramp room, though.
Yeah, and they look like they're gonna... Oh, man. Rotations are not here quite yet. Control side getting taken over. This Molly alone can elicit the plant. Let's see, they gotta work on decon. At least the CTs get the first kill.
Bomb barely planted. Alistair swings the doors open. Joda's got a duel in ramp room. Sicko wins it. CT's thriving. Henny's going to take down one, but they're already pressuring upwards while the defuse comes through. No chance at stopping this one, and the Greyhounds have a chance.
Oh my God! Did they open the door in the Molly to deny that bomb plant? You know, good heads-up play right there. Worth the damage for Grayhound to pull that off, and Liaz obviously helped out a ton, stopping them from getting down the control steps. Scary for a minute as Imperial went downstairs fast, but Grayhound fast enough to meet him. We look at the score lines on Imperial, and you know, versus Monty, we didn't see anything like that from CT side, but T side was very impressive, and so that's also scary for Grayhound.
Phelps. Fast routing. Wrap around through main, plus then the vent drop from Imperial. One gets down, but only one. Henny trying to add himself to that unit downstairs. Alistair fighting versus a pistol outside.
They don't know. I guess they don't know that Imperial have gotten
Henny crossed.
sort of dug in here.
Bomb planted within that smoke grenade. Sicko doesn't know about Joda.
Yeah, Joda's the key part.
This dark position on the B site could get real weird. CT's looking to split the retake 2-2. Joda decides to give up his position. It's his teammate on the door. The Galil takes one off ramp, but it's an instant trade out of Ince, who then falls victim to Henny, who is able to get off of that bomb plant. They're going to line up.
Oh my God!
The lineup on the headshot.
Are you serious?
And the Imperial B drop force buy. Oh, that hurts.
That was the ultimate clothesline. A Galil.
He starts shooting a full second before they come around that corner.
Oh man, that's dirty.
And that Galil just churns through their heads like butter.
This whole play was brilliant, but wow, Henny topped him off. That was hardcore, Henny.
Oh, no mercy. No holds bar. Winning the pistol just adds to the pain. They don't convert. Now they're left on armored Desert Eagles. We saw Vexite piece up Imperial on Mirage with a buy like this, a triple kill on his own. It's going to take something special from down under. Smoke in front of main. Alistair loses vision from hell. Feels like he's burning in the depths. Takes the ladder upwards, and we now have total outer control here for Imperial as well. Joda, the only piece not with the rest of the pack, chills out in lobby. Maybe Grayhound can push forward into him, grab a weapon, add something to the mix so that Liaz doesn't have to just bank on an MP9. One goes up the ladder. Vexite could just go climb on top of Silo, but the problem is that everything makes sound up there, and Joda's going to hear it eventually.
Oh, wait a second.
Joda didn't
just
see
saw.
him.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, he did? Okay. I was like, I was
He had
worried
his flash
he didn't.
out. He just continued with his protocols, but Vexite, yeah, just sort of left that. Oh, nice shot.
2 Deeks, 3!
Oh, okay.
All across the map. Liaz and
What the-
Sicko close it. I'm sorry, Chev, you had to try to observe it. Because somehow 3 Deeks come in from 3 different players all at the same moment.
Shout out to the J-Hall shot right there. What was that? On the ladder going up and down? This was not easy, Sicko.
Look at this. Oh!
Crazy.
All right. So there's one on the secret. It's that third one I'm not sure about. But either way, gives Grayhound another chance. Or does it just add to the pain? Eternal misery. Or triumphant comebacks. One or the other. Alistair. Yeah. Yeah. And then Ince tethers nicely with it. Henny's going to be able to answer back with the scout, but it's still a great start, and it's weapons now on the ground. So these other 2 players have to come get them. They'll pick their bomb back up. Man advantage here for Grayhound. CT side awaits, gentlemen. Everybody willing to roll out your red carpet, but you've just got to prove you're worth it. Main player popped. Bolts down to 14. Ince drops down into the back of the A site, and still Imperial float outdoors.
Imperial know how to make situations like this very weird and scary and uncomfortable. And it's actually the lobby re-aggression here from Grayhound. So, you know, they're working on outside, and they've got one down comfortably into lower. That's Sicko. His next best friend will not be able to join him quickly, but I like this position versus low utility, low armor, low nades, low time. Can definitely multi. Vexite not finding a soul. The attack is definitely heading on, but
do they get there in time? Ince is sprinting. Sicko not watching
God,
a single
not looking.
door.
Wait, what the?
Did they open them both at the same time and that distracted him? Either way, I mean,
Maybe.
he's got 2 players running out the door. Ince could still recover as they're sat out on the bomb site. Second player found out towards dark. What are you going to do about that?
Oh, no.
Joda takes the fight to him, and Imperial have done to Grayhound what was done to them. It seems there's still a chance for the Galil to just piece it up. Sure enough, Joda's dead, and Bolts is incredibly low. He's got the kit as well to boot. And Ince is just going to sprint down that bomb planted back site. He goes over, taps it once. Bolts has to come in for the peek.
Okay.
And Ince gets on it to save the day. A 2K with the defuse for Grayhound's 5th.
Oh my God. They didn't even need to fight him there, actually. They could have went off that. That's crazy. I think it was the door open on control side, but I think Sicko just needed to trust his teammate for a second. And, I mean, of course, yeah, it was just, I guess it was so well timed, you know. He couldn't hear this.
Yeah. No, actually,
That was
off the time.
pretty beautiful. Was it?
I don't know.
Couldn't see both doors at once, so I'm assuming it was on time.
Yeah. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was. One set of Kevlar here.
Uh-oh.
Pistols in the sight. The flash is fantastic. No, no, no.
He had no idea.
Ince and Liaz able to post a couple kills between the 2 of them.
They
but
pulled on ramp already.
they've sold this at the very least.
Oh my
but
God, they tricked him so fast.
it's okay. Grayhound, they've got kits. They've got vent control.
I don't know. You got to be careful.
Oh, and Sicko is.
Oof.
Able to answer to that one. Alistair, cautious. And the bomb's planted. Henny's just going to run right back in. He knows there's one in the vent because of the smoke. Alistair now preoccupied. Oh, to the head, nonetheless. But now Bolts has picked up the op. There's no smoke on the double doors. There's a player in the open right here, holding him in. And sure enough, they're good. They're alive.
They're good again.
And they're fighting.
Okay. Hectic rounds.
I love it.
I like those tactics, though. They jumped right by the mini player, and Henny's flash from outside was beautiful for top sight. I thought Squeaky would be covered. This is a great shot out of Alistair. you know, pretty necessary, or they would have gotten very close. The fuse comes in. They made it expensive on that one. It'll be full guns. It's going to be scary the whole way back here for Grayhound, so. Some of the best movies are comeback stories. Some also end in tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the protagonist dies halfway through, but Grayhound should be looking to be the former.
Alistair comfortable with this process, the fallback from trophy all the way to ramp. Doing it on his own, and doing a fantastic job. Joda got hit by that shot as well, so he sits on 16, but, big but, Henny and Bolt just punished Vexite and Liaz.
Yeah, was that 2 on upper?
Had to have been.
And an interesting going back outside at 35 seconds. Okay, that's ambitious, Imperial. Lurking here in Squeaky, they're going to try to cause a nightmare for Inns. He's moved to opposite vent, however, and they're re-aggroing. Okay. Oh, no. Alistair's coming in from the ramp. Will he clean this out, though, this late?
He's gotta.
I don't know.
But even then, it's a tough shot.
I don't know.
Executed. It's going to fall on Ince. He's got to go big here. They're running at him. They're caught out. First one's got nades, and then the vent push. Good. Whew. Sicko throws himself up. And despite Alistair getting caught over on Squeaky, all's good for Grayhound.
Jesus. Another scary moment, but that's a rifle round down here for Grayhound.
Yeah, it's scary, but isn't it thrilling?
It is thrilling.
Isn't this comeback thrilling?
I love thrills.
There's a chance. It's a roller coaster, folks. But yes, it is a kill out the Squeaky door and a second one on the Hut push. So Alistair calling for help, and all of a sudden Hut gets aggressive. It's another force buy. They keep some money, of course. Little halvesies here from Imperial. They've made more from less. VINI just shooting blind tech 9 shots through smoke. Nothing there. Ooh, little freebie. No? I thought for sure he saw him. Phelps is right there.
Oh my God,
Lord.
what?
Then
Wow.
towards ramp, Bolts and Joda.
No, everything goes wrong.
God, dude, round by round.
At the same time, but you know what? I mean, no. This is going to be too hard, isn't it? 4v2,
Surely.
lower site being taken, rotation only coming in now. I mean, there's no nades here for the T side to block everything off, but they would need more than one mistake.
It's the sad part about roller coasters is that they do indeed come to an end.
Okay, hold on.
Vexite,
He's actually just not being watched right now. Okay.
last man left, goes to control, clears that one, keeps enough health to do this, and that second T still far removed. VINI's back in the safety of the ramp. Vexite's going to try to push forward, smoke the single door, where indeed Phelps is trying to cause problems. But VINI's going to have an open angle. He has to peek. He has to give up the fight. Phelps comes through smoke, and Imperial secure 15.
They touch 15 with that. Man, it comes down to that play outside. It was so hard for us to tell. We had X-ray on, so it felt like for sure Phelps was being spotted, but guess not, and somehow still wins his duel, even though that angle is being held hard. And then the instant ramp take at the same time. It's too much to bear, too much weight, too much pressure here on Grayhound, and they need 8 rounds in a row to get to overtime.
Wow.
Well, that's it.
Nade into trophy, misses the mark. Massive weapons advantage here for Imperial. Huge round lead too. And unfortunately for Grayhound, this season could be beginning with a bleak reminder as how the last one went. Sicko hanging on to the boxes, firing through the Molotov and tagging VINI down to half. They have done it before. They have won rounds with less. But it just feels like the odds are against them. Surely they can't keep this up. Liaz, top hut, holds on Squeaky. He's got bodies coming at him. 3 players in this 5-7 can snap. Big chance for Liaz. He had a great improvement on map 2, but he missed his timing.
He missed the timing.
Oh, and Phelps slides down beneath him, but Vexite's still here. No kill from him. Slides off into the hut. He tries to hold on. Now it's got to be the Deagles, but they've at least kept it even, and the health is low. So sure enough, Alistair goes. Where no Aussie's gone before. He continues to push through. Pushes it onto the shoulders of VINI. He can fall down into the vent, and Grayhound will refuse to go down without a fight. He can take this bomb plant. Deagle's going to find him. He is doomed. He is dead, and the Greyhounds keep on howling.
Wow, that was stylish out of Alistair. You got to appreciate that. Second AK kill after the upgrade, and like you said, they've won with less. This is so unfortunate for Liaz. I mean, he was very actively spotting inside of Squeaky that whole time, and then, you know, Phelps doesn't even look up, right? He just walks right by him and has that kill fall into his lap. That should have spelled disaster, but, you know, Imperial, I mean, they're winning the hard rounds, but they're giving away these ones, and that's a chance for Grayhound to get back onto their feet. There's not going to be a lot of money here, and a first tack timeout called in this map for Imperial.
Extra cash for Phelps. Ooh, they decide to go all in. All right. Good amount of utility. 2 AK-47s. You gonna pick that up, or can I actually leave that there? Joda doesn't get armor, for the record. Keep some cash. Him and Bolt. 17 in the bank. Phelps. Ooh, that hurts. Instant utility damage. Alistair.
Oh, wants a little bit more.
Yeah, stuck up on top of Big Blue.
They can afford to lose players, of course, because of the upgrades now. Jota not having armor, though, is one thing, but...
Vexite not able to keep them out of secret. It's 3 players within it. Ince sits downstairs. But Grayhound, stop playing with the hearts of your fans. Winning with pistols, losing with rifles, time over time again. And Ince, they're right there. This could be a nice, clean mowdown, keep majority alive and keep the hopes alive. Sees the foot. Oh, doesn't get the kill. VINI alive on 5.
That's crazy.
Joda creeps out. He'll get denied, but he didn't ever have armor. Vexite's going to get stuck between them, and that little bit of health left on VINI, still enough. Now, no doors on the double side. Sicko just hoping he can cross, just wants to get into the cover, and he pulls it off. Now, can he be a nuisance from above? VINI planting the bomb in the center of that smoke.
No!
Kenny catches it, and it is heartbreak for Grayhound time and time again. Liaz, his chance to keep them in this. And VINI's low, 5 health. Just knock him over. Headshot bolts, and this game keeps going. He's so concerned about the double side, but it's really one single and one down just straight beneath him. And VINI's just looking up to the skies, hoping to lead Imperial in their first best of 3 with VINI at the helm. They will close this. A hell of a roller coaster here on Nuke, but one that felt as though Imperial were always in control of.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, they had this map locked up essentially. This is tough. I mean, they trade map picks in this situation, and it looks like they both picked the